In the meantime, I have the honor to give the floor to Judge Song, the President of the ICC.
Thank you, Judge Kirsch, and thank you to two focal points for all their hard work in organizing this event. Cooperation is potentially the weakest link in the Rome Statute system, and I am pleased to see the ASP dedicating time to this topic during the stocktaking. I have been asked to focus on enhancing knowledge, awareness, and support for the ICC. For a number of years, the ICC, the ASP, and civil society have all emphasized the importance of these issues to cooperation. But we have never really expanded on this connection. I'm very grateful for this particular opportunity to explore this topic in more detail. I see at least 4 ways in which knowledge, awareness, and support are tied closely to cooperation. First, diplomatic and public support can lead directly to states fulfilling their concrete obligations to cooperate with the ICC. It is well known that diplomatic pressure contributed to the arrest and surrender of the persons, including Slobodan Milosevic in the former Yugoslavia and of Charles Taylor in West Africa. We hope that cooperation requests of the ICC will always be fulfilled immediately. Indeed, our experience has been that cooperation generally is forthcoming. At the same time, only 4 of 13 arrest warrants have been executed. Moreover, a number of states have indicated they cannot comply with cooperation requests because they have not met their obligations under Article 88 of the Rome Statute to ensure available procedures under national law. I'm not suggesting that states are necessarily unwilling to cooperate with the ICC. States have many priorities. Cooperation with the ICC may be low on the list of priorities, or it may even be in tension with other priorities. However, cooperation is a legal obligation, and cooperation is most important precisely when circumstances are most difficult. What makes cooperation the weak link in this system is that the ICC lacks the means to enforce it. The only formal possibility for the ICC to deal with non-cooperation is to refer an instance of it to the Assembly or Security Council under Article 87. But states and other political actors can do so much more to bring about cooperation. The ICC is a judicial body. It would be inappropriate for the ICC to urge states to execute arrest warrants or enforce other decisions. Once the ICC issues an arrest warrant or a request for cooperation, states and the ASP must then take the lead. It is my hope that the ASP will consider as a matter of priority how they can best use the political and diplomatic tools at their disposal to bring about cooperation. Second, knowledge and awareness are important to bringing about essential additional assistance. The ICC depends on the voluntary assistance of states, both parties and non-parties, for example, in enforcing sentences or relocating witnesses. The ICC cannot oblige a state without its consent, but if no state volunteers to provide essential assistance, the ICC may not be able to carry out core functions. It is therefore in the interest of the entire Assembly of States Parties to raise awareness of the necessity of such assistance and to encourage states to provide such assistance. Indeed, in the case of enforcement of sentences, the Rome Statute specifically refers to sharing the burden among states in accordance with the principle of equitable distribution. Third, mainstreaming of the ICC is important both domestically and internationally. States and international organizations are more likely to provide effective and timely cooperation when officials throughout relevant departments are aware that cooperation is important to the ICC's success and fulfillment of their own governments or organizations' commitment to justice. Finally, increasing knowledge, awareness, and support is important over the long term in building a culture of respect for the ICC and the compliance with its decisions and requests. Domestic courts rely not merely on the brute force of the police, but primarily on their legitimacy and respect for the enforcement of their decisions. The ICC is still a new institution. The ICC does not have the long record of compliance or the general acceptance that domestic courts may have. So, beyond the more difficult but essential work of advocating particular forms of cooperation or assistance with the ICC, it is also useful when states issue general reminders of the ICC's importance. By recalling the achievements in Rome and reaffirming their commitment to the Rome Statute, states can go a long way in strengthening the ICC's cooperation regime. Thank you very much.